Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and today I'm going to show you how to build this starter mudbrick house in Minecraft. This build has a lovely cozy interior fitted with just about everything you could need to survive the early game in survival. And if that's where you're building this, then you're going to want to check out the description down below for a full materials list of all of the items that we're going to be using in this video. One thing I quickly want to mention before we get started here, this build, the shape and roof of it especially, was inspired by a build I saw from Blockdown Builds on Instagram a little while ago. Really loved how it looked, so wanted to do something similar. Therefore, a link to that build is going to be down in the description below. Once you found a good spot to build the house in, the first thing we're going to do is lay out the foundation of the build, which is what I've got going on here. The gap in the wall over this side is the front entrance to the house, so that's where the main door is going to be going. Just something to bear in mind when it comes to which way you want it to be facing. So this house is primarily made out of mud bricks with a little bit of packed mud and dirt added in too for some texture. Now what I'm going to do in this video is show you layer by layer all of the blocks exactly as I've placed them down. That way you don't have to worry about texturing it yourself and you can just copy exactly what I do. And of course, if you'd like to texture it on your own, that is totally fine. Please feel free to do that. So here are all of the layers. Of course, you may have to pause on each individual one, but just copy away. So here's the first one, here's the second one, now the third layer, and the fourth layer, the fifth layer, and last but not least, the sixth layer. Hopefully at this point you should have something that looks a lot like this. The texture doesn't have to be spot on, but as long as you've got the shape, that's all that really matters. As you can see, we've kind of gone for a very subtle gradient of dirt all the way at the bottom here, not really going above the third block, and kind of slowly fading out the packed mud too, so it's just mostly mud brick at the top. Makes sense, right? It's dirtier at the bottom than it would be at the top of the building. Now we're going to work on the roof, starting on the smaller building over here. So we're going to begin by placing a spruce slab on the top part of that block there on the corner, with a spruce trapdoor next to it, as well as one on top. Then we're going to have a spruce stair facing outwards. That'll make a bit more sense in a little bit. It doesn't look too good right now, but bear with me. Next to that, we're going to have a full block and then an upside down spruce stair just like that, with a spruce fence on top of it like so. Then we can come over to this side and do the same thing. So slab, double trap door, stair facing outwards, full plank, and an upside down stair. And not forgetting the fence on top of that one, which will eventually connect to the other roof. But now we're going to come around here and just do a slab, then an upside down stair, a slab, another stair, and another slab. Then grab some trapdoors and just place 1, 2, 3 on all of the slabs. As for filling in the roof, we're going to start with a line of trapdoors at the back here, just like that, then a line of 4 spruce planks, and then we're going to place 2 spruce stairs next to these ones, which as you can see curves them round a little bit, which makes it look a whole lot better at the front. And then from the right hand side, we'll go across by 2 more, and we're just going to leave that one open for a chimney that will be eventually built there. But on these 5 blocks, we're just going to have some slabs. As for the higher up section, we're going to start by placing a stair facing outwards on top of those 2 fences, and we're just going to connect them with 5 in the middle like that. And we're also going to overhang them by 1. So we'll just start on one side and copy it around afterwards, but we're going to go with an upside down stair, then a spruce trap door, 1 placed on the stair, so on and next to, just like that. Should be a little bit of a height difference with a slab on top. Then we can do another upside down stair here with a regular one coming off the back, not forgetting the trapdoor that goes right there. So for now we should have a little curvature that looks like this. Next to the stair here, we're going to place 1 to the side of it and 1 underneath with a slab just down here, which we can very quickly copy around the back too. So we'll start on this side. So slab, trapdoor, stair, upside down stair, same again on this side, then a trapdoor in the middle, 2 on top of the stairs, and another slab in the center. As for around this side, we're going to be doing a similar thing, except this time we don't have any upside down stairs, it's just slabs all the way across with 1, 2, 3, and 4 spruce trapdoors. And to fill it in, very simply, we're going to start at the top here with a line of slabs going all the way across from one to the other, then a line of trapdoors, same again, as well as over on this side too. And then if we just hop down to this layer where we have our stairs, we're going to have some more stairs going all the way over, eventually to the other side. And we're not going to have trapdoors here, we're actually going to have a line of 7 slabs. And there we go, those are both of the roofs all done. Whilst we're up here though, we may as well go ahead and build the chimney. So we're going to grab some brick blocks and start with a brick next to the stairs, another one on top of that, then a stair facing into the roof with an upside down one, another brick on top of that stair, and then we're just going to have a campfire on the top block surrounded with spruce trapdoors for a lovely winding smoking chimney. Now we're ready to start detailing all of the walls here, starting on the front side and on this specific section to begin with. So the first thing we're going to do is place a front facing barrel in the corner, just like that, with a chest on top and one to the side here. This is a custom texture of mine, but the regular look of chest will be totally fine. Then we can go ahead and break these 2 blocks here, replace the top one with an upside down mud brick stair, and then a spruce fence for our window. Just to the right on the entranceway here, we're going to start with a mud brick wall either side of our doorway with a spruce fence on top, and then we're going to place 3 campfires just on top of the spruce fences for a little bit of an awning. I place them facing this way just because it looks slightly better, and then just get your shovel and extinguish all of them like that. And of course, go ahead and place your oak door down like so. Then we can go ahead and break these 1, 2, and 3 blocks just underneath that center trap door. This top one can become an upside down stair with 2 spruce fences on those 2 spots. And we're also going to go ahead and break this block right here and replace it with another spruce fence, this time with an oak trap door placed on the top part of the fence, just so it looks like a bit of a shutter, one you could actually use if you wanted to. And last but not least, underneath this upside down stair, we'll have a chain and a lantern hanging down from underneath. Coming round to the right hand side here, the first thing we're going to do is just come to this bottom left corner and count in 1, 2 and break the 3rd and 4th block, as well as the 2 above it. Then in replace of that, we're going to make a nice little flower bed using coarse dirt instead of regular dirt, just so there's a little bit of a texture change, but it doesn't really matter too much. You could use regular dirt if you wanted to. Just going to slap some spruce trapdoors on the front of it to cover it up. And of course we want to have some flowers on our flower bed. But then we can just head inside here and we're just going to cover them up with some oak trapdoors. So just place in 2 temporary blocks and fold the trapdoors down like that from the inside. Then heading back out here, we just want to kind of cover this up a little bit. So we're going to have 2 mud brick walls either side of the trapdoors, 2 spruce fences on top of those walls with 2 slabs in the middle. Just like that. Then we'll have a spruce trapdoor on top of both of the fences and then 2 in the middle, just like so. Now what we can do is above this section right here, so on this line of blocks, above this slab we're going to break this block right here, replace it with a spruce fence, skip this one and break these 2 and place 2 more spruce fences. So we should have something like that for our window placement. And then we just want to add in some shutters. So these 2 we're going to keep open, placing them on the top of the fence, remember. This one, however, we're going to close just for a little bit of differentiation. Now moving on to the back of the build here, the first thing we're going to do is grab some spruce stairs and we're going to place one just on this corner block. And what we're doing is making a nice staircase up to a secondary entrance that'll go directly into the bedroom / storage room. So basically we just want to staircase this up until we get to this point right here. So we're in line with the highest point of the roof. And then we're going to break these 2 blocks like that and actually go ahead and place in our oak door. Then what we can do, just to make this look a little bit more sturdy, our staircase, starting on this block, so next to this corner, 1 block inwards facing the stairway, we just want to place in 1, 2, 3 and fold them all straight, so it should be in line with the stairs. Then we want to place it on this block and place 2 folded upwards and then 1 over here, giving us something that looks like this. Just looks like a little bit of support so we can actually hold the weight of somebody on the staircase. Last but not least, we just want to break these 2 blocks right here and very simply upside down mud brick stair with a spruce fence for a window. And then just to the side of it, over here in this corner, we'll have a front-facing barrel with a lantern on top. Go ahead and break this block here just next to the lantern, replace it with a spruce fence gate in front of that one and open it on up, and then just face to the side, place in a campfire, extinguish it, and there we go. That's the back all done. For the final side round here, we're going to start with 2 spruce fences underneath those 2 stair blocks, and then we're just going to break these 2 and 1 more so we can get all the way down here and place in 2 upside down barrels underneath those 2 spruce fences. So we should get this texture on the show, which looks really good. Then we're going to have a spruce slab in the middle of that and a flower pot with something inside of it. Now go ahead and break that for a window, and real quickly we're just going to hop inside and place down our oak trapdoor from the inside so it's kind of flush up against that flower pot. So from the outside it should look like this. So that is the exterior of the build all done. We are now ready to head inside and start work on the interior. So the very first thing we're going to do inside of here is actually go ahead and break all of the grass blocks that we have on the floor here. Then once you've got that done, you can go ahead and pick up your door, place in a sideways stripped dark oak log, so make sure you don't see that texture, it's that way, and just get that back in position. Then we can go ahead and grab our bookshelves, and we're going to break these 3 blocks, and then these 3 blocks. So on that final section right at the end there, we want to break all 9 of those, as well as 1 of these corner blocks. And then we're going to place in a whole bunch of bookshelves, all of those. That should be 10 in total. And then we're going to have 5 more here from one side to the other, which will be enough to give you 30 levels on your enchanting table. Then we can go ahead and break these 9 blocks in the floor here, and we just want to place in some stripped dark oak logs, all facing the exact same way, just like that. And we can do a very similar thing over here for this section, so just make sure all of the logs are going in the same direction, and once you got that done, your floor is now complete, as well as your enchanting setup. Next up, we're going to build our staircase going up to the non-existent 2nd level. We will get to that eventually, but for right now, we're just going to place in a stair facing outwards next to the coarse dirt here with an upside down one facing this way. So just make sure as you place these, you're facing the same direction I am. So then this one is going into the wall like that, upside down one, then another regular stair with 1 more upside down. So you should have a staircase that looks something like this. Then we can grab a spruce slab and just place it here. Then in the center of the room, we're going to add in a line of slabs going all the way across, and then you want another line of slabs going all the way over here. So those are just underneath the spruce fences. Then we can grab some spruce trapdoors, and we're going to have a line of those going in between these slabs here, all the way over to this side. Same again over this side, except we're going to get a brick block and just place it there because that will eventually become somewhat of a chimney. But then we're going to have a line of trapdoors coming all the way over. However, you want to stop right there. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to actually use your staircase because, well, there will be a trapdoor blocking the way. So just make sure that's not there and you can actually get up and down. Whilst we got the trapdoors in hand, we're also just going to place 3 on top of those center bookshelves. We're going to head upstairs in just a second, but for right now, I just want to finalize the bottom level here. So the first thing we're going to do is make a fireplace. I always like to connect my chimneys to an actual working fireplace. However, this time we are very limited on room, so it is a bit of a weird one. Starting off with a brick slab and a campfire on top with 2 mangrove trapdoors surrounding it. Yeah, a little bit strange, but I think it adds to the atmosphere. Then over in this corner, we're going to have a mangrove trapdoor placed on the bottom block with an anvil on top of it. Really strong trapdoor to hold up that anvil, but there we go. Now I want you to grab your cartography table and do a little bit of a test. Place it in the right hand corner here, and if it looks like that with no texture on either side, go ahead and break it and replace it with a crafting table, and then place the cartography table right here where you can actually see some of the fun items and stuff going on with the cartography table. It's a directional block and can be a bit of a pain, so if it looks like that, place it over there. If not, do a switcheroo. You get the idea. Just switch these 2 depending on which looks better, whichever way you're facing. Anyway, that was probably overly confusing, so we'll just continue and place a stone cutter to the side of it with a grindstone placed on the wall like that, and then a lantern next to the grindstone. Underneath these two oak trapdoors, we're going to place in a smoker and a blast furnace with two regular furnaces just to the side of it like that. Then over here on top of our crafting table or cartography table, whichever one you have, we're going to place in an ender chest with a backwards facing loom. Now you're going to have to actually break this stair to do this. We want to face outwards, do a little hop and place a loom down, and then replace our spruce stair like that. So as you can see, you don't get the front texture of a loom, and instead kind of looks like a set of drawers, which we can cover the top up with an oak trapdoor. And last but not least, for the bottom level here, we're just going to have a nice little brewing stand tucked away in the corner underneath the stairs. So that is the bottom level all done. We're now going to head upstairs and start work here. And it's pretty simple. It's basically just a bedroom slash small storage room. So the first thing we're going to do is start with some mud bricks along the top, just like that. 5 of them. Of course, add in some packed mud if you would like, or just leave it like that. It's up to you. Then we're going to grab some upside down spruce stairs, and underneath those trapdoors, place them down like that. Then we're going to have some spruce trapdoors along the top here, as well as underneath those blocks like that, just to make the ceiling look a little bit nicer. Then we're going to grab some chests here, and we're just going to break this block here temporarily and kind of wedge ourselves in this corner here. And what we want are 3 double chests. So as I'm placing these down, just do exactly what I've done and place one and then crouch and click on the side of the chest to actually turn it into a double chest. Basically, just make sure they're all double chests. Now, currently we can't open them, so we can go ahead and replace this block and break these 3 in the middle. Now you can do a check to make sure they're all double chests. You should be able to see. And then we do want to cover that back up though, so we're just going to go with some upside down mud brick stairs, and as you can see, you can still open the chest. Now what we can do is just place a barrel in the corners there for a little bit of extra storage, and you can even go ahead and slap an item frame on top of them just as a bit of a labeling system, if you'd like, of course. So this top level is nothing more than a small storage room and place to sleep, hence why we have the outside staircase just to quickly access it if needed in a hurry. So what we're going to do here for the little bedroom section is just place in our bed there on top of the trapdoor. Of course you have to crouch. Any color is fine. I personally like green with the blocks that we have going on here, but switch it up if you would like to. We're going to have a small single chest at the foot of the bed here, and then at the head of the bed just to the right hand side we'll have a crafting table with a lantern on top, and then we're going to make a little bit of a fancy thing here with some item frames and signs. So first of all, we're going to crouch and place an oak sign on the front of it like that, and then we're going to crouch and place an item frame behind it. And then we're going to click on the item frame here, so not the sign, you won't be able to do anything with that, but on the item frame, and place in an oak slab. And it kind of looks like a little drawer, if you want to use your imagination. But there we go, that is the build. All done. You have now a fully finished and furnished mud brick home. So there we go, everybody. Thank you ever so much for watching this tutorial. I really hope it helped you out and you enjoy your new house. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.